As an entrepreneur, I started the business in year 2013, and my main reason was to bridge the gap whereby there was no African company which could be able to service in mobile network industry at that time, and I felt that there's a need to have an African company which can do system integration, build infrastructure, maintain infrastructure, and be able to help original equipment manufacturer coming to this region to enable them to deliver what they are expected by their customers. Our industry in telecommunication mostly was dominated by companies originating from Europe, Asia, and America. And I felt that this company require somebody, an African company, or who can be able to help them, interpret them, and be able to help them to settle down. That's why I came up that one, help the original equipment manufacturer to deliver their mandate to their customer, and also to help the mobile network operators to fast track their infrastructure building, whereby that particular time the network was badly needed and faster delivery was required. So we wanted a company which can deliver the same. Our entry point for this was to build to do construction of the BTS stations, but we have changed and migrated to different areas when we realized that there is a very thin line between telecommunication, ICT, and power. We converted our company to be able to provide both ICT, power, and telecommunication, both as a service or as a product.
Over the last 5 years, the large telcos, power and EPC companies have heavily invested in the hyper-core specialized services, creating gaps in their value chain that actually the SMEs can address. And this is majorly driven by hypertensive customer demand, more comprehensive need for companies to engineer their operation models, and this really creates a huge demand, or rather a huge gap in a way that these organizations are monitoring their value chain processes to achieve the organization objectives. And therefore, taking this into considerations, in the value chain in the industries that we do operate, which are majorly the ICT and the energy, the total serviceable market in sub-Saharan Africa is over $2 billion US. Over the last 10 years that Adrian has been in business, we have grown to an extent where we have only managed to achieve 0.03% of this serviceable market. And therefore, Adrian, being a technology company driven by our vision for transforming Africa by connecting communities and businesses through sustainable technologies, we feel that we need to be part of these companies that will be able to encroach and close this gap in closing the value chain.
Today, technology is the new disruptor in the business landscape, and it's changing how we do business. For us, the learning is that in order to capture this incredible opportunity, technology needs to be a big part of our strategic plan. By leveraging Adrian's brand reputation, our plan is to introduce technology that integrates consumers and subcontractors. So up until now, we've been perceived as a subcontractor to some of Kenya's biggest telcos and utility companies. From our seed transformation, we would be pivoting the company and repositioning it as an end-to-end technology-enabled solution provider. From a brand perspective, our 3-year communication strategy will not just focus on communicating our functional solutions, but on building a compelling narrative around our vision, our mission, and our core values. This will drive differentiation, support our growth, and ensure that we attract the right talent.
Our vision is to transform Africa by connecting communities and businesses through sustainable technologies. We use this as our differentiation point in the market, because we are not just there to get revenue from the operations that we do, but also to ensure that our impact is felt in the nature in which we do our operations.